It's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's you know what's funny? That's why I tell you about the power of meditation, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, I actually was wanting that to happen. I wanted people to stop me, and it never happened. Like for weeks and weeks and weeks and months, and then I started meditating 3 times a day for like I think you met me on like the eighth or ninth day, and then you approached me, and then like
Uh,
2, 3 other people started approaching me. That's what I'm saying. Like the power of meditation, man. It's like that's why I
yeah,
just
it's
constantly
crazy.
do it every single day, at least 3 times a day, or at least at least once. But at least I
Yeah.
try to strive for 3 times a day because it's you'll start seeing things just come to you out the blue that your intentions to start coming to you even faster. So, but you have to see it for
No,
yourself versus hearing people talk about it.
I feel I like man. That's crazy. You kind of like the saying that says you attracted what you wanted to see. Like you attracted
Yeah, it's
like-minded people.
crazy. It's like it's because I was like at Starbucks and different places. I'm like, how is it? How am I in Los Angeles out of all places? What in California where stuff costs more, and nobody stopping me saying, hey, you know. And then all of a sudden I started meditating. You and like all these other people, I had like at least 3 people say, hey man, what you trade too? Like it's kind of crazy. So, but it all happened at the meditation, and before I wanted it to happen and it didn't. So it's something to that. But you have to see it happen for yourself versus hearing people talk about it. But Dr. Joe Dispenza, he really go into detail about, what's
That is crazy because that's crazy. Like that even shows like the power of meditation. You just like you just putting your feeling like your ideas and your goals
yeah,
out there, and
yeah, and then
like you're actually calling it.
yeah, and it's like things come to you, like Dr. Joe talk about. He said that you don't have to go make
Before
anything happen.
before we continue, you want to record this because I think this might even sound like some people might
Yeah,
find
I'm
value. Like
yeah,
if
I'm
you're
recording.
trading.
I'm recording it. You can record it if you want to
Okay,
as
cool.
well. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that'll mess anything up because but I'm recording it, but
No,
you can record it as
as
well.
long as you have it recording, you're chilling. I don't need to really record mine.
Yeah, I mean,
But
because some of these
I'm
calls is
gonna.
going to be about psychology as well, so we could do calls like
Oh
that
yes,
too,
sir.
because the meditation and all that, I could talk about, that and some other stuff. But yeah, psychology definitely going to have to be part of these calls.
Gotcha. All right. And I look up because I'll show you
Yeah,
what I
you
have.
actually
So
on camera right here, but the big screen I have is
yeah,
right
yes,
here,
sir.
so I'll be looking at this
So
screen.
I
Yeah.
have like my screens here. So like my camera's kind of like every time I look down, this is my setup right now. Like I'm starting to use the like London clock. So I have a London and a Tokyo, like Japan, like Tokyo.
What
So
is
like
that?
it helps me keep
What is that device to the right there? That
the other
box,
one.
the other one. Oh, you
Oh,
got the
this is
whole.
just
No, no, no. To the other, to your left, I guess.
this.
Yeah. What is that?
This is my PC. This is what
Oh,
my
okay.
bad boy that starts
Oh
everything.
yeah,
I got
you
stuff
got
up.
the shit over there, man. You got you got some money
Dude,
some money
I'm
screens
telling
over there.
you. Dude,
You
honestly,
got the
bro,
bent screen and everything.
I've been in this game, dude, because I'm really heavy on like having my charts really set up in a way. If not, it kind of throws me off, you know.
Yeah,
So
I want to get that big screen, man, like the one that bend all. It's like 50 inch and it like bend all. I see like some of the traders they have like the one that bend all
oh
the way
yeah, I
around,
like it too.
and then they have like they all
Make
their screens and they like looking like motherfucking they looking like Superman or somebody.
it's funny at first. I mean, you know how traders be like, you don't need a lot of screen, which is true. You don't need to, but I feel like when you have one single screen, you have to filter like move from one screen to another. Kind of like throws you off a little, you know. Because like when you have like a 30 minutes chart on NQES and dollar, it's easy for you to just kind of like see it as an IHawk. That's the reason I got another second monitor because I only have two. I recently just got the third one. And then I can have one specific on the 5 minute and then the 1 minute, rather than me kind of like looking back and forth. You know how ICT talks about how you should have specific monitors for specific things. It's
Yeah,
easy for you to like look back and forth without like changing charts. That throws you off. That we don't understand like all these small things that I also have learned throughout time. Uh, and for me, messes my like mental fortitude. Because like we have so much willpower and so much
yeah,
like
yeah.
learning power that we can.
Actually, I was gonna say if you could record the screen as well, just in case.
Oh,
Like I
yours
have some
doesn't.
lag on my time. I see my screen recording, but just in case, it shouldn't like mess with the call or anything. But see if you can
Let me see.
record. See if you can record it. If it'll let you record it,
Um,
because you say you got the
let me
paid
see.
version, right?
I do. But let me see. Copy meeting. You know where's the cop with like the record button?
I
I think
didn't
it
even.
might be. It might be only.
Yeah, I didn't even know you can record it. On
I
but I
think.
don't
I
have the
think it might
paid
be. I
version. So
think. Oh, I got the paid version. Uh, if you want, we start this little call. I can send you the link. I got it. It was like $9, honestly. Uh, but because I can record it via like a OBS, but then without yeah, can you see me? Yeah. What will happen with the OBS is will be like my screen. I think with the Google recording will be like more directly through their system. You know
all
what I'm
right,
saying?
oh that's cool. I'm recording it. I just want to see, but yeah, you could go ahead. I'm still recording it.
If you want next meetings, I can send the link over, and so I can directly screen record it. You know, so we don't have
Okay.
any issues.
Yeah.
But let's start. Let's get started because I actually got to run out of here like in 20-30 minutes. So I'm gonna kind of give a breakdown of what I'm gonna talk. I have a little notepad that I'm gonna be talking about. So I'm gonna give a quick breakdown of TradeZilla, which is Omar's. I don't know if anybody who knows other than you. He's a good trader that I've been following for more than 3-4 years. And then I'm gonna show you the back testing software that I've been kind of trying to use right now. It's called. I can show you right now. You still see my screen?
Yeah.
No, I think it went white. Hold on. My window. Oh, come on. For whatever reason, I can't share my desktop. But I'm kind of opening that right now. That's cool. Okay, cool. Can you guys see me? So it's kind of like the software that it looks like an MT4 server, very close to it, but essentially it's like you can go back in data and you can like you see, yeah. So this is kind of like because I use MT4, MT5, all this stuff. It's very similar. Yes, the only cool benefit is that it gives you the privilege to go back 2 years, 3 years with actually small time frames, 15, 30, 1 hours. So I still need to do more research and like do like actually like how it works, but it's not that hard honestly. Like okay, so you gotta do is go to home, you add a new project, and then you just kind of like add the name. Let's say I call it IGT. Then you kind of deposit how much money quote unquote going to start with. You do next, and then you add the ticker symbols that you want to trade. Like it's like has all of them. Let's say I want to trade euro and the just shift, and then we have NQ. And let's say I want to trade the S&P 500. Right, I hit next. It will like load all the data for it as much as it can. So this one has 2018 since April 30, 2018. I continue to click next. I can change the time, the GMT. I'm just gonna do like I think -4 because it will put in New York time. Like all this shit I still have to do research on. And the thing is that for whatever reason, it keeps saying that it can't find data for NQ. So that's something I have to kind of figure out. But let me see. But as you can see, oh shit, it's moving too fast. Is that pause button? There is it. Come on. It's making me look bad. There we go. So this is like the speed gauger that you can kind of like tweak with. And you can go different time frames, 15, 30, 1 hour, whatever. So kind of like without you, like, you can start like a random date, like let's say COVID time, right? You can go back to COVID and it'll prompt you right into COVID time. And then you kind of like tweak with like how, if you were like trading real markets.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like how is this different from TradingView because TradingView has the playback function. So, I mean, I guess the value that they bring is the tracking our stats, but I guess you said they basically have the same thing TradingView have, which is you can go back and do the replay, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you know how TradingView has the like, the replay, but it can only go up to like 1 month. If you do like 5 minutes.
Oh,
like,
so this is better.
You can go to like, I can have 1 minute 2 years ago.
Really?
And like the way it moves, yeah.
On TradeZilla? Like, on TradeZilla?
No, this is not TradeZilla. This is Forex Trade Tester.
Oh, how much is this a month?
this is the back testing software that
How much is
I'm
this?
trying to use more because it's free. It's free, man.
What? Hold on. I thought it was like 100 a month. I was like,
Yeah,
I'll pay $50
I'm putting you guys in some.
Forex tester.
I'm putting you guys in some games.
Oh, you just
Well,
have
right
to
now it's
you have
free.
to download it, or you could just log into the
Yeah,
site and do it online.
no, you have to download an app. I can't show you my screen, like my desktop, for whatever reason. I guess Google Meet doesn't show you that. But yeah, like I said, but I'm kind of new to it, so I don't know how to like manage the ropes. You know?
Oh
But
shit!
I'm gonna do more research on it. So like you see the candles, they move relatively. I can slow it down even to like actually. You see how kind of like moves like actual.
Damn, this is some good shit right
how
here.
a chart would look like. Yeah, it is. And then I can do like 5 minutes and like 15 minutes, all this kind of shit. It looks really good, honestly. And I can like send in orders. Like if I was actually trading, I can have the stats. I can transfer these stats into like a PDF, like an X file, whatever, and I can track it myself. With trading, you can't do that. It lets you trade on demo and on
so you can basically
So
you could basically slow the chart down so it can actually move like it's in real time, and you could be like marking up the chart while the candle's still moving. Oh, that's yeah, it's nice.
Look at that. Yeah, I think this might be a little faster than. Yeah.
Can you show us the actual website to go to on a separate page?
Yeah,
so people can see the.
And then on the right side, I finally found the pause button. I couldn't find it, but essentially here it gives you the breakdown, and you can download all the stats, which I think is pretty critical. You know, the stat part I can't transfer into like my TradeZilla because TradeZilla is so new. But let me pull up the. I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna stop screen sharing this one and share the other one. Yeah, that I found it super useful because I was like, TradingView does not give you enough like, what is it called, information. It gives you only like if you're only gonna be watching like a 1 hour and a 4 hour and like a 30-minute, you can get like a cool 6 months. But once you start going down to the nitty gritty for like 1 minute, which I personally like doing, you only let you go like half a month or 3 weeks. And I'm like, that's barely any data for me to even like look back at, you know.
Yeah.
So the thing is called Forex. Is it called that? Forex. It's 5. Essentially this. It's called Forex Tester 5, the back testing software for trading. So I believe the first is free, and then like you can buy for it, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like $25 a month, which the value of it is super useful.
Okay, cool.
So, let me see. Where is it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'll pay $100 a month for that.
Yeah. You can like if you want to buy like the whole package and never really worry about it, it's $159. But the best data plan is only $29.99, bro. Like it's not. It's what is that? Fucking a meal? Like that's nothing. And then the standard it goes for $22, and then the basic data I believe it's $49. But I think this ones are better if you do monthly, 22s and 30s. But if you want to do a one-time like lifetime, it's $300, which not bad, bro.
One-time price, one-time deal.
Test it out for free.
Yeah. 300 for one time. Oh, that's a deal.
You test it out for free.
Okay.
They let you test it out for a couple of days, and then if you like it, then
yeah, I probably sign up for that today and just pay the $150 a month.
Let me send you guys the link. Let me send you the link on the app on the WhatsApp thing, so you guys don't lose it. Because like for example, I used what is called Thinkorswim beforehand, but like I like the software TradingView offers me, and the fact that I can't really like back like trade, but TOS kind of like sucks. You know, I'm gonna send you the link on the computer right now, so stay there. Okay, cool. That's one thing off the list. So it's the backtesting data thing. So, and then you guys do more research on YouTube. Honestly, there's a lot of people who have talked about it. I'm not too experienced with that. But with TradeZilla, you guys can see my screen, right? Yeah. How it works is that, how I see it is like a data set, like a data platform that has all your data, right? So how I use it is that I want to compile so many trades, as many trades that I can, because at the end of the month, I want to look back and be like, okay, cool. I want to see which trades I took bounce play, which trade I took a rejection block order, you know, which trade I ended up falling. Like let's say I ended up taking basic trades or like city
Oh,
trades or like
you can get that detail with it with this with
oh yeah,
TradeZilla.
fuck dude, shit man. I'll show you. Look, so okay, so I'm gonna go on the and this trade right now. This app has been getting way better now. So you know how you know how what is the company? Uh, what is the firm that be talking on YouTube that is big? The Playbook guys. Fuck.
So,
I
oh, you're
don't. The
talking about
names doesn't
SMB
come up to my
Capital,
mind right
SMB
now.
Capital, SMB.
Yeah, SMB. So I think Omar got that. Well, he knew about playbooks, but now he has a section where he has playbooks. You can
So,
essentially make a playbook.
so it's like tied to API or something. How do they track? I mean, how you
Yeah.
got to log into? It's
So how
attached to
it?
your MT4 or something, or your
No. So yeah. So I'll show you. So I'm gonna kind of give you a quick breakdown. So here you have multiple accounts. You can have multiple accounts. So I have all of them linked up. So they have a couple of different brokers that they work with. I'll show you guys the ones. So I'm gonna edit this one.
So you
So
have to
let's say I
use the
want to
broker
change the
that they work with.
yeah, but if you don't have one, it's fine. What you can do, you can just have CVS, like the CVS files, and transfer into them. Usually, they've been accepting more. They have Coinbase, Coinbase Pro, Dash Trader,
Oh,
it
they got
trades
MetaTrader 4,
generic.
MetaTrader 5. Okay.
Yeah,
So let me
yeah,
ask you
Lightspeed,
this.
Meta 4 5.
So can they? So if I log in with MetaTrader 4 or 5, is it going to access my past data from like 4 months ago, or is it just going to start tracking what I do this
This is
week?
no, no. This is the beautiful thing. You can because you just connect your brokers to it, and then you can physically is going to the Meta 4 Trader, download the file. It'll show you how to do it.
So
Download the
so you
file.
telling me
You
it's going
put
to
it.
find it's going to track all my past history?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh shit!
everything,
Really?
and doesn't
Oh,
it does it in seconds, bro.
dang,
Like
that's
I'll do
crazy.
it. Uh,
And then
dude,
hold on.
this
So
like
it's going
Omar.
to find all my past data from MT4, MT5, and then it's going to show me the charts, the graphs, and all that. Oh, that's
Yes,
fly.
sir. It will like it
Yeah,
will show you
I
like
I think
what
that's what
it
my
thinks, but
FX
then
book
you have to
does
go
as
inside.
well.
Yeah, and then you have to go inside that what is it called? Each single trade and kind of like add more detail because the AI can do so much, but it doesn't know why you enter. It doesn't know what kind of setup is it, you know. But then as you, that's where we as traders have to be disciplined and actually go inside and do all the work. It takes time, you know. But if you do it, then let's say at the end of the month, I want to go to like reports, right? Here's like my reports. Like let's say I want to see my trade by distribution, my R multiple. I can see where I end up making most of my trades. I can even break it down by like what kind of trade was it. Like let's say option, let's say detail. All right, I can go for setups. For my setups, I have a bounce play and I have a key level plus retest. So let's say you have 20 trades, right? You have a bounce play, rejection play, order block trade. It'll show all of them as long as you categorize them, and it'll show you how much money you made. So like you can be like, oh shit, I made more money here. Like I can show you my previous. This is a new, what is it called? Folder that I made directly for my ICT, but I'll show you my old ones. I think it was.
I'm still confused on how it tracks separate trades. Like you just name the
Yeah, I'll show
trade.
you though. Yeah, so I'll show you. So this is my other. This is one of my old playbook, we can say, like where I compile as much data. This was from like I think. Let me see. Let me go back to the calendar. Yeah, so I did this. This was January and February and March, I believe. Yeah, so how it does is that you just take the trades, right? You take the trades like you would on like regular, and what you just gotta do, you download the CDS and then you upload it to the TradeZilla platform, right? With the TradeZilla platform, you have to physically go inside the trade. I'll literally show you. Let's say I enter, say this day, right? I took 3 trades. It'll tell me the trade I took. So I go in details. I click the first trade, right? EMS, right? This was a long trade, right? I'll go inside and tell what setup was it. You add the own setups. You can add whatever trade that you have done in the past. You name them, and it will save them for you, right? So let's say this trade was a specific gap and go. I add gap and go. My mistakes. Oh, I was bored. Let's say I failed to look at the context, right? Let's say I was greedy. I'll write it down, and then now you can go to your report section and you can easily spot it. Okay, fuck, like I lost money because I had this mistake 5 times throughout the last month. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go to my most recent um my most recent come on journal, which was like the Friday that I was breaking down. There we go. So this is Friday, right? I was only able to do 1 day, but honestly, this is how I break it down. So I like to go super detailed in every single trade that I took. So that's why it takes me half an hour to an hour, because I go to like the 5 minute, the 1 minute, the 15 minute, like everything. I like, as you can see, I have so many charts. Like this is only for one trade, right? And then I have like how I was feeling emotionally. I explained what I was going through, my thesis, where I entered, why I exited, why did I take a loss, what can I improve, and I grade my own trades. Like personally, I would give this a B plus, a B, the one that the London session open trade, and then I have like the pictures, right? And then the cool thing about this now, at the end of the month, this I categorize as a key level break and retest, a bounce, right? My mistake was greed, because I remember almost at the end of the trade, didn't want to lock in my profits. I ended up locking my first two um, positions, but then for the last one, I was like, oh, I think it can push higher. And I remember myself trying to be like, let me squeeze a little more. I ended up closing because I remember, like, you already have a huge profit, is locked in the money. But I still want to note that down, because even if I win or lose money, and at the end of the month or the end of the year, I can go back and see all this data, you know? Does that kind of make sense? So it's not really the AI does it for you, because it doesn't know what kind of trade it is, you know? You have to kind of like give it what kind of trade is it.
So yeah, basically when people sign up for it, they just got to play around with it, and just like with trading,
Yeah,
like it look confusing, but then when people start playing around with it, they see how to use it. You know, because I mean,
so it's essentially it's like what you kind of do, what you have with the drive. You know how you have a drive and you have all this data, something similar on that aspect, but this one just kind of helps you have it organized. So at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you can go back and see what is the name of the play that you have. Um, what is the name of the one trade that you not trade, but like the playbook that you be having?
yeah.
Um, so you can essentially make a playbook on it, right? For me, one of this is sell stop
So
push
so
is key level.
all my models and stuff I can put on here and stuff like you.
Yeah, you could, like,
Oh,
if
that's
you go to
nice.
playbook, like you can add a new playbook. You can add the name of it. Let's say I go
Yeah.
black. I
One
say
thing.
let's say
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
call it ICT. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna
I
say,
say ICT, and then
according to S&P Capital, I don't know if you have a trader name, but he was saying that people should come up with these names, and he said if you guys have groups, start calling people by the trader name. That's what Mike was saying. Mike Belafore. I actually have a name, but you know, so if you guys want to do that, then
that's
we
what's
could
up.
just start to call each other by our names, because
Yeah,
he was on a call calling some guy a dog. He didn't even know the guy. He just kept calling him a dog, a dog. He's like, why are you calling me that? He said because you need a trader name. He said because it helps you take on an alter ego when you're trading. So I was like, the alter ego that you
oh shit,
need.
that's what's
So
up.
I actually have a name,
Okay,
but you know,
I
if you
think
guys want to start doing that, so I would refer to you as, you know, killer, Pip or whatever, you know, whatever you come up with. And he was saying that it
that's so
helps with
funny.
psychology, like it helps you get an alter ego. And I actually understand it, because when I was working out heavily, I was talking about how you need an alter ego when you go to the gym to really like turn your body up. So I believe
Hmm.
it's some value to what Mike Bellaforio was saying with that.
Okay, I see it. Well, let me. I'm gonna come up with a name, and I'll shoot it out. I
Yeah,
think it's
I have
also
my
good.
name already. So once everybody come up with their names, I think it'll help. Yeah.
So let me finish up with the trading. So like you have to, the thing is, like, remember what I was saying about the AI? It has so much data, but the problem is not that they like the data set. It's us that we don't know how to manage it. So like you said, you have to kind of go inside and play with it, because this playbook is new. Like you can add entry criteria, exit criteria, market conditions. When would you take this trade? And you can specify. You can go in super fine detail and explain why would you take this trade. Why would you take this playbook? You know, and then now it helps you, because once you go to reports and you have 100 trades in the last year, you can be like, oh, next year I'm not gonna do this mistake, because this lost me $1,000 a day, or like, let's say hypothetical, it lost me $1,000 a week. You know, so you avoid those mistakes, because it's easy to spot. Like if I go back to my old data, which is into the new world, if I go to like my detail options, I can see that it can go by days too. I can see that Thursday was my biggest losing day. I ended up losing $1,000. My best day was a Tuesday. I don't know why. Psychologically, I was making more money on Tuesday. I was losing more money Mondays, and Thursdays. I don't know why. That's something I would have to go in and check for myself, right? And I can even check by months. I can check by weeks. I can check by time. the best time I perform is 7 a.m. So actually no, the best time I perform is actually from 8
Let
to
me
9.
ask you this:
You know,
does it track live accounts or MT4, MT5, or just demo? Because I have
well,
like
it
this.
does. It does. The only thing is I don't know which. Like, okay, so because I was off of trading for a cool minute, I don't know how much it can track live accounts, but I believe it has a couple. Let me see.
Yeah, because I have like I need to stop. I use multiple demo account. I need to stop doing it and just like get like a $50,000 demo account and just like keep that. Because I'll have like $500 demo account. It may blow, and then I may get another one. It's like I was still thinking. I was like, that's not cool. I need to just rock out on one demo account. Maybe get like $100,000 demo and just take it super serious instead of getting like 2 or 3 a month.
I feel you. What is it called? Well, there's a feature that you can have your things being tracked on live data, but it does it only for like the big brokers. Like I think it does Thinkorswim, Robinhood, and I believe it was I forgot the other one, but that was like a month and a half ago. So probably like now probably have more. So but even so, if they don't track it by itself, you can essentially just download the CDS, which will take you 30 seconds, man, and you just download it into the software, and it will be easy. It's like super easy.
Okay.
So like, and it has trade duration, price, volume, how many contracts you trade with. What I found out, because this is not my first software that I use to track my trades. What I found out that I perform really bad when it comes to one contract. I trade better when it comes to 2 or more. So the reason why I trade better is because I can essentially lock in some profits. Well, when I'm only trading one contract, I get too like caught up to like the point that I want to squeeze as much money off that one contract, and I fail to realize that maybe the trade is no longer valid. I might already made the whole profit, but I'm trying to squeeze X, Y, and Z because psychologically I'm like, I only have one contract. I can't sell it because if I do and it goes up higher, I'm gonna lose on profits. Psychologically there's a barrier that I always have had. So what I do that to avoid it is I go inside the 2 contracts. And even if that means I have to go lower on a different ES has the MES and the ES, even if that means I have to go trade the MES because that lets me buy 3 contracts without still being super leveraged up. That's something for me. I don't know about you, but that's what I learned. And it tells you also which kind of instruments you trade. I trade MES and ES. These are the 2 sectors I was trading, setups, the mistakes. So this is
what's MES?
What are my best? MES is just like a lower leverage of ES. It's kind of like it's like a small version. Yeah, so like a ES moves $50 per point. MES moves $5 per points.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a huge difference. It's like just a different leverage. And then this is the setup. So here, this is my other playbook. As you can see, I have absorption. I'll zoom in. Absorption, bounce, double bottom, gap and go, green to red, key level plus retest, no setup. Also, that's very important because sometimes you take a trade just for taking a trade, right? So you also want to annotate that, right? Like the time that I took no trade, no setup, I ended up losing almost $200. This is all data that you can. And if I click on the no setup, it will pull up all the trades that I took no setup. So
just like trading, just randomly trading structure instead of like actual setup. It can track that. Damn.
Yeah. Let's say I enter a trade and I'm like emotionally not even stable. Like I'm like I had a little sleep and like small things. Sometimes you go back
so
review your trade. You're like there was no setup here.
So hold on. I'm getting confused. So okay, so let's say I'm about to take a trade right now. How does it know? Do I have to go in and manually put the setup before I take the trade, or how does it know that I'm?
Oh no. So this would happen after the fact because like doing it in the meantime, like during the trade, it will throw you off a lot, right? Because yes, being inside a trade, man.
So I would have to have a sheet of paper and basically say I took the intruder trade at 11 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I took 130 king trade. These are the names of some of my models. So I would have to write it down, then go back into TradeZilla and record that in there, or how does it know? Okay.
Yeah. So kind of something like that. But if you shouldn't like lose your like the trade right away, that's why it's like at the end of the day, like let's the market closes at 4, you can come back 2 hours later, and kind of like add like think about you took 5 trades and you kind of just go through the analog, right?
Okay, and then then I go back in and say, well, this trade right here, I had no setup. This trade right here, it was the 130.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to go back in. Okay.
Yeah. Because right now there's no that I know of. It doesn't have anything like that. But maybe with the AI future moving,
that's gonna be fly. Yeah, that's gonna be fly when they can do that.
So let me actually go back to the filters, right? So if you notice, I'm gonna go back to reports, and I can even compare. I have wins and losses. So this is like, you can see how much wins you had. You can see how much losses you had too. You can also see the average, like winning trade, how long you end up being in the trade, how much you ended up making, how much you lost, your volume traded, your total commissions, and then how many trades you took. 48 trades. I took 21 winners. Um, I can see which kind of market behaviors what I was trading. Was I trading? Do I perform better on trend days, or do I perform on consolidation days? Do I perform better on down days? All this stuff helps you. Market gap.
Hold on. When you say trend days and all that, you have to physically record that it was a trend day, or does it automatically say it was a trend day?
That by itself. That by itself, the software does it. This
Oh,
is
that's
something new.
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
I don't do anything like that. This is like, it will tell me, okay, the market was up from -1 to 0%. So it was flat, kind of. I make $300 these days when it's up, because sometimes this is what happens to me when the market is trending. I tend to be on the opposite side usually,
See,
and I tend to go against it. So as
yeah.
you can see here, when the market is trending, I have lost most of the money. So then I go inside this section and I try to improve those mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm definitely gonna be watching
That's why it's very critical.
this video 3-4 times, because I went on like YouTube to watch. I know about TradeZilla, but nobody went into this much
Oh yeah,
detail.
there's
Like, they
not
don't
much
go in this much
information
detail.
about it.
It's just like, okay, this is how you. They're just like, hey, you know, you can
Yeah,
record your trades, like real surface level, but you getting into like the nitty
yeah,
gritty. Yeah.
and man, and honestly, I haven't like even scratched the surface, because there's way more stuff that I can do with it. But
Yeah, we definitely
like
have to
as
have a
time goes
part
on,
two,
I'm gonna get more into that.
part three. We definitely got to do that sometime in the future. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then we have, this is a market day type. So this was like inside range. I don't write this. This is the AI doing its all stuff, like the program. Outside range, when the market start rallying and going outside. Inside range, I end up see. This is what I'm saying. I perform better when the market stays sideways, and then but when the market goes out of range, I end up not going with the flow. You know, and that's something I can go and try to improve on. You know,
So let
because
me ask you
I lost
this.
$1,000.
So do they
Go
have
ahead.
any way that it can help you take trades? Like, do they have like a sentiment gauge, or you know how TradingView has like a sentiment gauge, and they have like tools and stuff? Is this just strictly tracking data, or do they have like a section where it can help you take a setup or give you some kind of confluence to help you take a trade, or is it just no, we just tracking your
Well,
data?
well, now I think maybe not right now. I haven't seen it, but they do
But
have
you
this
know what I'm
like
talking about
AI.
though? Like on TradingView, they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
on the bottom right hand corner, they have like a sentiment gauge for people who don't really know that much. They can go there and like, you know, get the sentiment. I mean, I don't use it, but I do like that they have it there for people to take a look at.
Well, they don't have something like that, but they do have like an AI. It's not the best right now, but probably in a couple months or a couple years, it's getting pretty good. So see this little bowl on the top? Yeah, this one has #1. If I click on it, it will tell me, kind of give me like a little like advice, right? So I said I was giving away profits. You aren't maximizing your profits for the day. At one point, I was up $1,000.50, and I ended up closing $2,000, giving up away profits. This is very basic. I mean, I can see that you're looking at the chart, but I think in the future it's gonna tell you way more information. Like, okay, man, like you were down X, Y, and Z. If you over leverage on this trade, you know, or you took too many trades, you know, like this is the type of stuff that AI will help with, because this is all AI generated. It's not like Omar came in and checked all my data book. This is all AI, so it's still kind of new, you know. And it
Yeah.
doesn't do it to every single like day. You know, as you can see, I don't have it like for this day because it can't give me data set. You know, it can't give me data, but that's it still does pretty good enough. Just me tracking. Like this is May, I ended up making $200, right? I can go down to this day. I can see how many trades I took. I took one trade, ES long. I ended up netting $200, right? The net ROI was a 0.50. So
Was
I can
that
see.
that
So
day
this,
you made 200? I think you sent a screenshot
yeah,
in the chat.
yeah.
Okay.
The other day that I made $200, I haven't broken this one down. As you can see, I don't have any setup mistakes. I haven't added it. I haven't even added. You add your stop loss too. And your
Oh yeah, that's fly.
primary
Yeah,
target.
this is really nice. Like, I'm signing
So
up for this
and then
today. Yeah.
it has a running P&L. So like it can track how much we're losing, which is very critical, because I don't know if you know, many traders say I made $2,000, right? But they forgot to say I was down $4,000. So psychologically, it's dumb. Like they didn't even track that aspect. They're like focused on the
Like,
aspect
yeah, a
that I
lot of
made
swing
money.
traders probably use that. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's the
Yeah. So
problem that
like
I have too. Like this right this right here, I'll be like, you know,
yeah. So
I don't
like
care how much I was
so
down as long
this
as I made money, but that's not cool though.
Yeah, so this platform can help you that. Like as you can see here, I was down $400 and I only netted 200. That's a bad like ratio, you know, because I was down 2 and I only made 1%, one R.
So
You know,
hold on.
it's 2 to
So
1.
this basically shows people to help them with their entries, basically, huh?
Yeah, this is my entry. This is my
No.
my running piano.
No,
I
I'm
was
saying
up a little. I was up a little.
no. What I'm saying is this: people seeing how much they were down and seeing that this is a bad ratio will help people with their entries. Like, man, I need to focus on my entries better, so I don't have that drawdown. Okay.
Yep.
Unless you're a swing trader,
correct. That is correct, sir.
Because swing traders, you know,
Yeah,
they
well,
don't
if
give
you're
a
a
damn.
swinger,
But
it's,
I mean,
it's different.
yeah.
So it kind of gives you like a running piano. It's really useful, you know. And then it has the actual breakdown of the trades, how much you end up netting, and then here you can write like for me, people just write a quick comment. I like to go into super detail. There's another thing that I like too. It has there's a notebook, like a notepad. I was using this way more.
Let me ask you this. I mean to cut you off. Do they have a section where you can audio record yourself? Like instead of like typing it up, do they have a section where you can audio record your notes? Like, okay, I was doing. It'd be nice if they had that versus having to type everything out. You know.
I don't know about that. Maybe that's something we can probably like, you can probably reach out to Omar and send him an email.
Yeah,
that could be good. But like I said, this platform is relatively new. It's not even that not even like a year old.
That's the main reason I want to use it. Just based off of Umar's personality and his commitment to this company. Like watching the videos, he just like super serious. He treat this like, you know, it's be a $1 billion company, like a $1 billion company or something. Yeah. So.
Yeah, like I said, Omar really like strict with how he like trade. That's why.
Yeah, he's super serious about this, so that's why I like that.
Yeah, no, and I feel like that's what we gotta take it. You know, it can't be like halfway. I'm gonna do it, halfway not. You know, because that's not trading. Like you said, like SG says, you have to go in the nitty gritty.
You can't. You can have no gaps in your game. No, like you said, you can have no holes in your game. So that's why. That's why I need to get this. You know, because I have my FX book, but this is like my FX book on steroids.
I was using another software called it was something similar to trading. I forgot.
Do you have like a 4K screen or a 1080p screen?
I have actually a 1920, brother.
I'm saying, what kind of do you have a 4K screen? Because it's coming over really clear,
4K,
or is it 1080p?
No, it's a little more than. Sorry, let me see.
Because I'm saying the recording is coming over really clear from what I'm seeing. So I was like, you must got one of those 4K screen monitors, which is expensive.
I got a 1080 times 1920.
Okay, yeah, it's coming over pretty clear.
Yeah, so it's a little more. I believe my left monitor, it is actually a little higher. Let me see.
Yeah, I think like one of those screens got to be 4K. I think the one that's bent probably. It's expensive, the screens. But yeah. I know that Samsung screen that I was talking about that's pretty huge. It's like a 5K screen, you know, 8K screen. They got the 8Ks out now. It's like $10,000.
Honestly, the ones that I got, they're LG and they're not even that bad. I think I spent my first monitor like $300, but then the second one is in discount. I ended up getting for like $220.
Yeah, I actually heard people sleep on LG monitors because I got a Samsung, but I want to get a better one. But I heard the LGs are actually pretty the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I have two LG. This is the one I'm screen recording is on my lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 30 seconds, I'll be back.
All right.
All right, cool. So I'm actually might have to get out soon because I have to be somewhere all the way in San Jose. I gotta drive for an hour.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? But, yeah. This is really useful, honestly. If you guys can get it, it's not that bad. I think I paid, I would say like $45 or $30. It might be a little pricey, but if you think about it, you go outside for dinner with some friends and you spend $50. This is a one-time payment, man. And, like, it helps you so much. Like the data and insight that you can get it's insane. You know, if you really know how to use this program, you can like speed up your learning curve way much faster. But one thing that I personally have been doing before, even like with the platforms, I have like an extra journal that I have on my Google Docs, right? How I journal myself, I have an ICT journal, right, which I started implementing this year, which is kind of like I kind of type up what I saw each day. So this is March 16, 2023. I explain what I was looking for, the AM session. I take screenshots, right? Like this is what we were talking about, screenshots, right? And then I have the most recent one, all the way at the lows. This is Friday, May 12th. I explained what was I studying, what was I looking for, the ES long in London, the higher time frame on NQ, the NQ trade, and then my biggest takeaway, right? So like my biggest takeaway was the fact that I was super caught up in the small time frame, and I failed to look at the higher time frame. You know, but then I have a super like granular journal where like I break down every single trade. You know, and it's kind of tedious because it's not easy. You know, like I have to explain what I was looking for, what kind of trade was it. But if you can do this and you can actually stick to it and spend like half an hour to an hour, like you can get so much insight. Because at the end of the month, it would take me, let's say, 2-3 minutes to briefly scan this specific trade. I say this is the ES short break even. It was buy side tag, BISI magnet below setup. That was my setup, right? Okay. I can see what I was doing, looking. It was slow Monday through Tuesday, no big news, right? But Wednesday we had CPI, and then Thursday we had PPI. So I was expecting this to be a factor. The thesis: market shift on 30-minute time frame, 1 hour plus 15-minute BISI below the 50% fight is moved. A 15 BISI city formed at premium, so the market essentially went back up, and then the dollar was had two clean buy side liquidity, so it was going to go higher. Okay, cool. And then where I entered, how I was feeling throughout the trade, because you have to track down how were you feeling. I was feeling a bit nervous because this was my first trade after 2 weeks being off the charts. So I pulled the trigger because I was like, I have to essentially enter the trade, you know? But then everything that you feel, what I do, I have a journal. I'll show you guys a journal. I have a journal that if you guys don't have, you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. But you just having like a little journal where you kind of like trick annotate. It says that the Zoom meeting has a limit of 1 hour, bro. So it's gonna end in 9 minutes.
Oh wow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of like our fighting. This is not super detailed, but what I would do, I don't know if you guys can see it. So essentially, I annotate my analysis of MQ and how was I feeling. So like it's easy for me. Like let's say I wanna annotate this trade. Like this is like. You see how you know how I see you talks about you having a journal when you have the numbers?
Yeah.
Kind of something what I do here. So like when I'm like analyzing my trades, all I have to do is open up my journal and it can like read what I was doing. So what I do while I'm trading, I have my journal open, right? So let's say this is let's say Monday, right? I have Monday open. I'm trading the market, right? So me trading, I'll say, okay, what am I feeling? I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm feeling a little sluggish. I'll write it down. Because if I try to track this by myself without using any like writing down tool, I'm gonna forget it. Because I tried it. If I trade and I try to go back a week later, I'm not gonna remember exactly how I was feeling the Monday at 7 a.m. You know, but if I write it down, even if it's like a small note, feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling hungry, all this shit adds up.
Can you scroll up and down so we can see exactly what to? Like all I can see is okay. Pre-market thesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think you did send me the link. I think you sent me the link when we first met.
I can send you the link to this, but how I break it down is very simple. So I write the name of it because I have like a dated. So I have weekly. I dated down. So this is Friday, May 12, 2023. I took 5 trades. One of them was a winner, and the rest were losers. Market status. This is how I was feeling. Then I go inside the important news. Thesis, where I entered, how was I feeling throughout the trade, and then where I exited, what can I improve, my P&L, and a trade. So this is kind of like TradeZilla, what it does, but not as super detailed. Like I don't have the fact that I can go and look at what kind of trade I like taking, like a bounce. You know, I can't see, I have all the bounce trades in one single section. Well, TradeZilla does that for me.
Yeah,
that's why it's really useful.
Yeah, I definitely need, because I just write my stuff on TradingView, like my thoughts and stuff, but this is more detailed.
Yeah, so I learned this from my previous mentor. His name was Carmine. He told us like you have to journal everything, you know, like you can't leave anything. So like my losing trade, this was the ES loser, I went even heavy. Like I can show you like how much. Like you can see the red. This is what I call what I can improve on. If you look at this section, it's much bigger than my winning trade because I want to make sure this is my winning trade. This is what I wrote, what I can improve, right? And this is up to you. You know what you can improve. This is the beautiful thing as traders. We know what we can improve, right? It's not like it's hard. We don't do it because we lack the discipline. You know, we know that we're not supposed to trade after, let's say, kill zone hours, but we still trade. You know, or let's say we know we're not supposed to take the bounce rate, but we still take it. You know, etc. So just having that down is super useful. And then, like for example, this is how many screenshots I took for this simple for the last trade. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and when I say screenshots, I really go inside super detail. Like as you can see here, can you see my chart?
Yeah.
As you can see, this is the 1 minute. So I break it down. I like to explain it. So like when I look back into it a month later, I don't have to be like guessing what the market was doing in that specific condition. So I like to go for like the granular.
Yeah, see, I do stuff like this. Like I write down like all the notes and everything, and I take a lot of screenshots. But I still need to have like a physical journal in Google Docs, like how you do it week by week, day by day with TradeZilla. I got to take it to the next level. But I do a lot of this right here really good as far as taking screenshots, what I was thinking, you know, and all that. But yeah, this is the next level what you're doing. Yeah.
And then this is like, this is the higher time frame. Like if I span out, and let's say I want to like look at this trade and see what was a mistake, I can see clearly I was going against, like you can see I was going against the overall trend. This day was super bearish, right? And I kept trying to buy the bounce. There was no bounce here. There was no reason for me to buy bounce. And I explained why here. As you can see, that we had all these bissies. I literally explained. As you can see, I had all these bissies here that were already filled. So the market essentially didn't have to like just touch it and bounce off of it. But if you look all the way at the lows, we have one bissie that was untouched, unfilled, right? So what happens is the market essentially almost traded inside of it. And then you fast forward, you can see how we almost reversed at the lows, right? And it's not a coincidence that we went as low as the CPI number and we bounced. You know, all this shit that I should have been aware of in like real time, I failed to do so. But now, because I did the pseudo learning, because I went back in time and I learned from my mistakes, I know what not to do. You know, this is what I was talking to you about.
Yeah, I like how you got that 50% weekly consequent encroachment. You're going on the higher time frames and still.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
that consequent encroachment. Yeah, that's serious shit right
monthly, there. I'm doing all kinds of shit, bro. And I have it down because like I have different layouts because ICT talks about that. I have a layout that I have daily. This is where I go into like super small time frame, like a 1 minute, all this stuff. Like this is my NQ. I have to break down this NQ because I haven't done it. Yeah, because it takes time, man. It's effort. You know, that's why I stayed up last night. And then I have a projection, which is I try to keep everything on a higher time frame. Like let's say a weekly, you know, a daily. You know, if I go on the ES.
All right, well,
my ES. This is the weekly.
Yeah, it's about to. I didn't know. I guess they putting time limits on it now. So next time you can record since you got the paid account. But cool, man.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and stop the recording. But yeah, this is definitely valuable for me. If not anybody else, I'll be watching this at least 4 or 5 times before Wednesday. So
I appreciate it, man. Well, sadly, I couldn't get to my trades, but essentially, it was essentially. Hopefully, you guys found some value here with this. With what I
because I know you got to run.
TradeZilla. Yeah, I actually I got to drive for like an hour, not even I'm gonna make it, but it's all.